Good morning and good afternoon, back in the dungeon. Um, we can go to dungeon level 30 and start looking for stat potions. Might as well wear, I got nothing. Hounds, these, the Z, capital Z animal, they do react differently if you have empty spaces around you because their AI is designed to rush you if there is an empty space because they want to surround you. They act like dogs. So if you're like that in a corridor, they may try to hold back. But if you have space where they can all surround you, then they will try to rush you. And if there's a long corridor and you're waiting for them, you can dig a hole around you so that there's empty space, and then they will come into the corridor. Take whatever little XP these guys give you. Single damage, 3,000 gold. Disenchanter bat. I'll leave you to figure out what the disenchanter bat does. Oh, potion of enlightenment. Not bad. See, this one, because it's just a plain scale mail, just good, so only has a magical bonus, is now being ignored. It's actually worth about 2,000. It is quite heavy to carry for the amount of money that you get. What? 5. Do we have... Oh no, we only have one ring of escaping because we did find an additional one, but we sold it. Okay. So there's a slime pit. Should be relatively easy to clear. These gelatinous cubes, and you need to, as they're actually, the ranger is the easiest class to kill them with. Because they need to be hit with physical weapons in order to hurt them with more. And for some reason with magic they take a lot more damage. These bits are like the first thing that you learn how to clear in Angband, because the monsters don't move. They give you plenty of time to rest, to think about how you're going to approach it, and to figure out what each monster does. Oh, maybe we found an artifact. No, but it goes +4. Is there anything decent around here? What's the matter with you? Hey, yeah. Oh, by the way, we passed character level 20. It doesn't show the number of blows, but it has doubled our damage from 21 to 42. Okay, this is the object. This is the 5. I'll go sell it. Mall. No, this, okay, bit weird. Because a mall of extra attacks on its own would already be a 5. Oh, okay, because it's got a curse. And the treacherous weapon curse never adds to the curses bonus. Just like that sells for 4,000. So a mall of extra attacks, if I wasn't using the rings, would do 54 damage. So pretty solid. I'm going to just buy one of these remote curse and check if it's usable. It is. So there is 2 scrolls of remote curse. This one, which does a basis of 20 plus 1d20 roll, and then if it's equal or higher to the number of the curse, it removes it. And this curse number can be anything from, like, I've seen as low as 5 to 90. And then there's a special remove curse with the asterisks, and that one does a base of 50 plus a d50. Sometimes curses can be a bit silly because anything that's 21 or below, because that's the lowest number that you can roll, are automatically removed. So we're gonna read that. It's now removed, and there you go. Let's see what these are. One aggravate, one holy chant, which, as we said, is useless. Good bit of money. We might actually be able to buy that potion of strength. We don't need 3, 2 is enough. Later on, when you move a plus 30 speed. Oh, see, 29. Not bad. I am buying this potion of strength. Not sure if this is the same one that we saw before and wasn't sold, but hey, and remember, you drop it and then you look at it. Is this blue one? Good. And why not I'll buy healing as well. Another restore life level. This is going to be Mugash's guard, the Kobold Lord. And it's deep enough now that he may drop something. He drop a weapon. If you hear the term ego weapon, that has it's an older term that has a specific meaning. So this is a magic weapon. This is just a weapon of slay giants or whatnot. And ego weapons are the ones that have the asterisk, and they're called ego because they have an additional feature to them. So it's not just a slay, but it'll give you a bonus to something. Also remember, we are looking for wands of teleport other, because we will not have it for a long time. The base level is 31. So a nice wand, why not? They do come with limited charges, but we're not supposed to. Okay, see, I just killed the guy that gave us a lot of trouble earlier on, because now I actually have damage. Another 5, another maybe small artifact or another nice little slightly out of depth item. Or maybe another boots of speed, who knows? And that annoying guy. Oh yeah, we can't use this. I do have the rods of magic mapping, but I can't really use them because I only have like 5 or 6. If I start using them for normal dungeon navigation, I'll run out of them instantly. Weapons sell for less or more based on how much they weight. So a magical lance can be worth a lot of money, but just plain magical means that you shouldn't touch it. So, fucking hell. Okay, see, my main gush was disenchanted. It's not an artifact, so I don't care. It's not a permanent weapon. It's a weapon I'm just using for the bonus, for the see invisible, because I cannot attack with it. But he does hit the disenchant, and if you do not have resist disenchantment, he can disenchant artifacts as well. Okay, here it is. So there's a bigger Hydra. On her own, she's not a problem. Together with this all rest of shit, it can hurt, and we don't have resist poison. That one drains. This one is warmth on the unique. We're gonna have to teleport once or twice. We can probably do the teleport and then have her chase us as a tactic. I find it really weird that the ranger doesn't have detect the traps. The mage does. Goodbye. He's dropped nothing. Bit disappointed here. We'll see what that staff is. Well, I found that the video editing software that I use actually has the means to speed up the videos, so I'm gonna speed them up. You're not gonna need to yeah, you're not gonna need to do that in YouTube anymore. Push dexterity, could have been that one. Free action, they will slay troll. Not on true side, got a bit of money. Oh, why I do not have ignore for these? Icky green potion. I think we've seen all the stat loss potions, so this might be drinkable. It was not. It was not. We didn't find nimbleness. Now, I got lucky this time because naive means lost a point of wisdom. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Also, what you can do is you can drop arrows if you're about to recall. I want to take the staff. I want to take this staff, see if they do anything. I'm gonna drop that book. This is 1,700. Gonna drop phase doors. Take that one. Anything that's less than 100? I mean, these are worth 100 each, and that has no bonuses, so that should be fine. The glaive could be a glaive that has ESP. You can still cast Hold Life. PDF. Is there anything I haven't identified? No. Summoning. Did we find anything that was worth 5? Not really, no. Well, there's a crossbow of power. It's not a bow, so I would not get the additional shot. Like that. Stash those. So, to the side. 1,764. Get more arrows. And keep repeating. Now, I don't really have like a target of dungeon level 35. Meaning I do eventually need to get there because the next big step is going to be stat increase. But if I keep going, you know, I got deep descent, I could read those. Okay. These are the escorts of a particular unique, which can cause me, he doesn't show up on the basic detect. And they can cause me to leave the level. They potentially send me up another level. Not the end of the world per se, but I would rather just leave on my own terms. I wonder how much my magic missile does. Oh, really? Smeagol. If I keep finding fives, I'm not in a terrible hurry. You know, I can take the time and see what that 5 is. This is a pit. Let's see if there's any reason to be here. No. So the different composition of this group tells me that it's a particular pit that's filled with these guys, Nagas. There is really no reason for me to be there because there's no good objects. Window acid, that's 800. One of these is 160 points. Level 3. Oh, the immediately detect. Okay, this is actually good news because this little tiny orc pit, the game thinks it's a lot more dangerous than it is. And that contributes to some of the difficulty on this dungeon level. That might be an undead pit. I now have reveal monsters. It is an undead pit. And specifically need to look at what they are. So these guys, they are a bit of a problem. I mean, they're doable, and I will probably clear this because they can cast, first off, cause critical wounds. This is a spell, and there's nothing you can do about it. They cast it, you take that damage. We can do a don't have rune, but we can still do a hockey stick and just throw all the arrows that we have. We do not resist nether, so if they have the ability to cast a nether bolt, we'll take all of that damage and we may lose some XP. If there's any magical object, it's most likely in here. These guys are also annoying on their own because they cast short debuff spells like blind and so on. These big guys over here, they are tanks. It's just their purpose is just to soak up damage and, you know, walk towards you so that the other monsters can follow and not get killed. And these guys drain XP. Generally, pretty much all undead drain XP. These don't, because that's not what they were designed for. They're really just a shield. So let's move and keep looking at this level and see what's in it. These we don't need. This is probably fire breathing. No, resist poison. Wise. Can I drop? If you shoot light at a monster, you will wake him up. See, 8-4. So there's no artifact there. No point in me getting hurt or even just spending a lot of time and effort into fighting that, you know, going back and forth. Drop 5 arrows, pick that up. Scare monsters. Trolls always come in a bunch. Just get to the level feeling. I don't remember 100%, but I think that previous versions of Angband gave you the level feeling straight away. On the first video that I did, I went over the birth option. So I did say there is one option that has additional features. That's the lose artifacts when leaving level. That does have additional features, and it is if there's an artifact, well, the primary function is that if an artifact is generated on the floor or even in the bag of a monster, so it's not calculated in the level feeling, but it is there, and then the monster drops it. I've already found the 5. This is small extra attacks. Then when you get onto that level, or when you kill that monster, if you do not kill the monster, it doesn't apply. You know what? Let's recall. Then that artifact is lost. It can only happen once. In this game, if you get onto a dungeon level and somewhere else there's another artifact and you don't find it, that artifact can respawn again later on. If you find it, you walk over it, you are in any way aware of that object, then at that point it's been generated, you're aware of it, and if you leave it on the dungeon level, it is gone. If you use that option that makes you lose all the artifacts once you leave the level, even the ones that you're not aware of, then when you get a level feeling, instead of being like level feeling 5-5, if there's an artifact, it will give you a $sign. So you'll be able to tell whether that particular object is just a good out-of-depth object or if it's an actual artifact. And that's how I used to play original Angband, and I loved it. But it also makes the game a lot more difficult. Is there any arrows? No. Is there? Because when you do find an artifact that you know there's an artifact on the level, you really want to get it. And also then you do that, and the history function of your character will tell you if you've lost an artifact. And maybe you find an artifact, you leave, and then you look at the history, you see that you lost something because there was 2 artifacts on the level, and then you kind of obsessively wanted to clear the level to make sure that you don't lose anything that might be super powerful. And that means that you spend longer time, monsters wake up more, and it leads to getting killed. I'm gonna buy this one to teleport other. Cost a lot of money, but I've got the money. I'm gonna drop these 2 dam, because maybe I get a longbow of accuracy. Of accuracy doesn't do anything special. It just means that it will, when it generates it, it increases the hit bonus. Of power also doesn't do anything special. It just means that when it generates a hit, it increases the damage value. Then there is of extra shots, which unsurprisingly makes you shoot more often. And there is of might, and might increases that number by 1. Remember that the number also dictates how far you can shoot. Another 8. It's 7. 12 magical arrows. Okay. We should probably pop an enlightenment. Oh, remember what that is? That's a potion of strength. That's a ring of escaping. Let's go get to the potion of strength. Remember the cross. If you are down here, you'll likely be teleported down here. So we'll try that. We'll go put it back. There we go, right next to the potion of strength. And now we want to go about there so we can see the monsters. Good thing we have bought a one of teleport. Oh no. PCG. Okay, Time Hound. Very dangerous. Unresistible attack. They breathe an element called time, which nobody can resist. They drain your XP. They drain your stats. And it's only one of them. Potentially, I could even kill it because it doesn't have that many hit points. 330, it's about as tanky as one of these guys. But, you know, until now I've not been using my potions of speed. This guy is... so one of these hounds are worth 10,000 experience points. He's worth more than 4,000. The amount of XP that a monster is worth goes up and down based on your level. Not by a lot. But it's not particularly noticeable. Just if you read it, you see the amount slightly goes up or goes down. He can do a substantial amount of damage, but I'm not looking to kill this guy. I'll probably teleport him away. He will probably need to be teleported away. Over here, almost everything needs to be teleported. I don't mind. I want to see what the 7 is. Maybe it's time to kill the Umber brothers. What shall we do? Shall I do a... This could come in useful because in the end I still have teleport self, and if worse comes to worse, I can jump away on the other side of the map, come here, and it will still put me either there, and then come back and once again be in an attack position where I can see them. I do, however, have to remember oh, he's already out. Come on. Come attack me, you stupid thing. He's going back. More hounds joining the party, yeah. Okay, it looks like we will have lost the speed. Here we go. 100 damage with a single breath. use the mana. Time sensitive. See, he's coming. Okay, when they do this, you can use the fantastic Stinking Cloud spell. And we did it, we killed it. You go away. Of course it's a monster. We do have the basic resistance to fire. I dig from the side, so if the monster is there, I'm not going to be there and dig. I'll dig from the side so they cannot use their breath attack straight away. Oh, I didn't know they drained strength. Magical Steel Helm of Yangwawi. Well, let's see if it does ESP. No. PC. Okay, we need to give it a little bit of time if he wants to chase me. Here he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fire. Arrows. I need to kill just one of the brothers. Okay, this one we wear it. Definitely better than whatever it is. +2 speed and chaos. Ooh, these are very welcome, my friend. Muito welcome. Lockerbird axes are considered deep weapons, so they could well raise the, and this guy hurts, and not little. I still move way too fast for them. I forgot to sell this Letter of Resist Lightning. These, because they're mithril and free action, they will sell for a lot of money. I think it's 6,000. and another magical. And then we have resist chaos from that, so +5 speed. Yes, please. So this one, for the end game, better because of that +5 damage. It's not bad, but right now, absolutely. Want an unknown staff. Send those away. Slaying doesn't pay anywhere near as much. Executioner probably pays enough. What's that? Okay. Oh, there's another of these annoying guys. Please go away. Thank you. Magical short sword. We know what this is. Well. And 4 recall are 500. So I'll take that. Okay. Let's see what we got. This, I mean, I would potentially at this stage maybe keep it because it resists Nexus, but nah, no. It sold for 5,000 because the armor is capped, but otherwise it would have sold for like 9. These are not gonna be teleport because I already have it, so don't care. Grind. We are going to be grinding this character till we are dead sick. Push intelligence, yes please. What else have we got? Nah. Stash those. Have I got anything else that does seem visible? No, still that gondolin only. Oh, and drop this elfstone. Okay, this may be a bit too much. Nine is very rare in all circumstances. It's rare when it comes to object value, and it's rare when it comes to monster value. It could well be that something that is out of depth, and like seriously out of depth. So it's worth using a mapping here. Oh, it's one of those levels. You know, if this was just me playing, I will leave right now. I will recall. There's no stairs. I will recall and get out. What is that? Portions of healing. But, you know, come curiosity now. I'll show you. It'll probably be like 9.2 or something ridiculous like that. I'll take that for now. There's no 9s there. Wait. Blip, 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 blip. So maybe there's also a vault. Maybe for some reason it's generated a vault while also generating within a cave vault, a cave level. If you try to do this with arrows, you'll run out of arrows immediately. Run out, I mean permanently, they will break and you'll lose them. And then when there's something that you actually want to kill, Rod of Recall. I'm not terribly happy of having to stay on this level. The Rod of Recall is good, and on its own is normally at this dungeon level like maybe at least a 5. I'm just gonna leave. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing people. They're like, oh, but I wanted to see the big monster. It's the same monster. That's an everyday monster when you get to dungeon level 98. There's no point in fighting it with nothing. And we already used up a whole stack of arrows. How are we doing here? I have no idea how long the recording's been going on for. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this for the time being. We're still very far from being able to cast Teleport Other in any reasonable way. We're not really finding a lot of potions of stat increase on the ground. Remember that dungeon level 45 is where you start finding ancient multi-hued dragons, and even with a basic resist you cannot survive them. So we cannot really go lower than that, or even at that depth, and expect to survive for any reasonable amount of time. So therefore, we're limited at most dungeon level 39, maybe, to avoid any random level feeding rolls where it creates a slightly out of depth monster. And it's just really a matter of getting there and pumping, putting time in it and pumping your stats up with the potions. And if they're slow to come, you just need to be patient. We don't have a decent longbow yet. When I was fighting the Hound, it was always out of range, even though it was right there. So, oh, we don't actually need this scale mail of resistance because we have a shield of elven kind. It is money. I do need money, but I'm keeping it because maybe I'll find a dwarven shield, and so I use the dwarven shield and I get resistance from this. Maybe I get a dwarven armor and I put in the other shield. Alright, that's all. Take care, and remember, don't use Parcel Force. They suck.